Lowdown, and I'm back with another video. Now it's been a while, guys, I apologise for that, but I've had quite a bit going on. Anyway, let's get into the boxing, man. The rematch is now set. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz 2, taking place in Saudi Arabia of all places. Now, this was not expected. You know, we was expecting the fight to possibly take place in maybe the UK or the US or even Mexico. Saudi Arabia really crept into the rumour field probably about a week or so ago. And when the rumours did come out, everybody was like, nah, that can't be true. Like, it's not going to happen in Saudi Arabia. I know that they've staged the Amir Khan fight recently, but we're not going to see Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz out there. It makes no sense, really. Blah, blah, blah. We all heard that. But here we are. You know, it was announced yesterday on Sky Sports that Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz will indeed be taking place in Saudi Arabia. December the 7th, it's happening. It's going down, man. Now, there's been a lot of negative reaction to it. On my timeline, on my feed, you know, everybody's been posting comments saying that they don't agree with this. They think that Eddie Hearn sold out. They think it's criminal, it's not fair on the fans. My thoughts on it are kind of mixed, if you want me to be honest. Now, I do totally understand where people are coming from when they do say that it is criminal. I understand where people say, you know, that possibly Eddie Hearn sold out. It's not fair on the fans. I understand all of that. Looking at it from a different perspective, though, it's not the end of the world with the fight being somewhere else. You know, we've had this before in loads of heavyweight title fights in recent history. Go back and look at, you know, Lennox Lewis against Hasim Rahman. That took place in South Africa. You know, we had Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. That took place over in Tokyo. We've had the Thriller in Manila. We've had the Rumble in the Jungle. You know, these things do happen in heavyweight history. And we're going to see more of that now with Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. Saudi Arabia, I understand, is a different location. It might not have been the first choice for anyone for a heavyweight world title fight, but you have to understand that there's probably going to be so much money involved in it. Eddie Hearn's head, who maybe have been set on having a fight in Cardiff or somewhere in the UK, maybe his head was turned, or maybe the rematch clause wasn't as strong as we believed it was. Now, we've seen over the last, month or so, maybe even a bit longer, Eddie Hearn going on saying that, you know, the rematch clause is there for a reason, we'll decide the site. Andy Ruiz was totally against coming over to the UK, he didn't want to fight over there, but everybody believed that the rematch clause was in place and he might not have a say. Now, have they managed to successfully dig their heels in and convince Eddie Hearn to hold it on a neutral site? Or was his head turned and did they all decide as a collective to go over to Saudi Arabia? We'll never know the full reason exactly, but, you know, there'll be some people believing that, you know, maybe Andy Ruiz got a kind of a moral victory by having it on a neutral site, or maybe Eddie Hearn was planning to have it in Cardiff and his head was turned and then he decided to go over to Saudi Arabia. Now, like I said, my thoughts on it are mixed. I can understand both sides of views. Saudi Arabia is, you know, it's a different location with, you know, with the women laws over there and everything else. You know, I'm not in the best position to speak about it, but we've seen some concerns from, you know, Michelle Joy Phelps, for example. She's saying, will she even be able to go over there to report? So I'm sure that all of this would have been considered by Team Joshua before they decided to go over there. You know, Sky Sports as well has got female presenters. So, you know, I'm sure that they considered all of this before making the decision. So, like I said, I'm mixed on it, man. I totally understand the frustration of Anthony Joshua fans that would have wanted to go and see their fighter live, claim back those belts in a historic heavyweight title fight. I understand that. And even Andy Ruiz as well. They would have wanted to see their Mexican champion go over there and defend his belts, or defend his belts in Mexico or in the US again, and, you know, maybe even retain them. But I understand it, but this is boxing, man, and, you know, unfortunately money talks, and that just seems to be the case in this situation. I'm sure that plenty of money would have been ploughed into this fight. So here we are, December the 7th, Saudi Arabia. The rematch is on, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on it. What do you think about the location? Are you kind of on the fence like I am, or do you think that this is criminal to the fans? Or do you just think that it's a totally good thing? You know, let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll speak to you guys soon. I'll catch you guys on the next one.